Hey guys, it's Meg with Moonlight Games, and we're here with some more Virtue's Last Reward. I've had a long day at work, a lot of talking, and my voice is killing me. So I hope we do a lot of listening in this one. So last time, we tried this out, so this is the flowchart where we go through the red door, which leads us to the control room. And then we continued on our way here, where we played the AB game. And this is where we went through both routes, where we were to either ally with Phi or betray Phi, and both times we both switched our answers, and she was trying to teach us a lesson. So we picked ally and she picked betray, which leaves her with 9 BP, which means she can leave through the number 9 door. However, the first time we got this ending, Phi had jumped over us and escaped, and there could have been a way for us to stop her. We didn't know what that was at the time. However, since we then did the betray mode, we learned a secret phrase in Latin that she tells us, and we repeat it back to her, and we stopped her from leaving. So now, Phi says, like he said, we can't leave until we figured out what's going on. The AB game will continue until someone opens the number 9 door. If someone reaches 9 BP and doesn't open the door, the game will keep going.
Oh man, that's a relief. Please don't scare us like that again.
But now what, right?
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 3 of the Ambidex game will be the star round. Star keys are required to open the gates. There is no set limit on usage of the star keys.
We haven't gotten past this part,
The
so...
Ambidex gates can be opened as many times as the players wish to open them.
Interesting. As many times as we want, huh? Then that means...
As long as you have the star keys, you can play the AB game as many times as you want.
You probably won't be allowed to play it continuously, however. There's a period of time between when the doors open and when the polling ends.
True.
Based off the last 2 rounds, I think it's about 45 minutes long.
So you can repeat the game once every 45 minutes or so. Huh.
Oh, that's right.
What?
Didn't Zero Jr. say something about that?
As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically. The pair and solo assignments hop around a bit too.
Hop around a bit. Oh yeah. What are your bracelets, guys? Looks like I'm red solo.
I'm a magenta pair. Me too. That means we'll be a team this time.
Oh, my 2 favorite girls.
I think we'll do great.
Aw.
Yeah. Who's gonna be my partner then? I'm a cyan pair.
They do not appear to be here. I, for instance, am a yellow pair.
Huh. Wait a second. Luna and Clover are a magenta pair, Phi is a cyan pair, and Kay's a yellow pair. Who the hell am I supposed to partner
The
up
cyan pair, I imagine.
Phi and her mysterious partner.
with? How do you figure that?
Sigma, what colors are added together to create cyan?
Green and blue, right?
What color would you get by adding your red to that?
Red, green, and blue would be white.
Exactly.
Really? I didn't know that.
So you're saying the next set of chromatic doors are going to be white?
And I've taken a shit ton of art classes, and I did
Yes.
not know that.
How do you know?
If that's true.
Because I have seen them. After leaving the archives, we found a warehouse very similar to this one. In it was a set of white doors. Well, to be precise, a set of doors which radiated white light.
Interesting. We did see those too, last time. Okay, yes, we get it. It's a ways away.
Yeah, I saw him too.
That's probably the most frustrating
After
thing
we
about
were
this
finished
game.
in the garden, we went to the same warehouse he's talking about.
Yeah, this is the most frustrating thing about the game. Like, nothing on the map is labeled, so it's not like I understand
They had the same
where
little
they're
lock
coming from or
thingies.
where they're going, you know?
I'm 100% sure they're the next chromatic doors.
What about the people back in the infirmary? Do they know about the white doors?
Yes. If we exclude Quark from their number, then I believe they do.
Okay. I wonder what colors they
As far
are.
as pairs go, we're missing a cyan and a yellow.
If Sigma's a red solo, then we should have a green solo and a blue solo back in the infirmary.
Well, I'm going back to the infirmary. Kinda worried about Alice and Quark.
I'll go too.
As will I.
Oh, that's right. Wait, guys. There's something I need to tell you.
What is it?
Go on.
I meant to say something earlier, but I guess there was just so much other stuff going on. I looked at Phi. She nodded back. See, the truth is... What?
What?
Oh no!
You found another bomb?
Oh, yes. Okay, yes, we did find another bomb. Yes. In
Where?
the garden. In the garden.
No.
On the tree.
That's not possible. We didn't see anything like that.
Could you have missed it?
Clover, why are you smiling?
No!
There you go, that's better.
No way! We checked every part of that room.
There was a number on this one, too. It said 01. Since the one we found in the crew quarters said 03 on it, well...
You think there might be a third bomb out there somewhere? I think there's a good chance.
Very well. We should split up and find this other bomb. It could be anywhere.
That's true. Yeah,
But
I agree.
even if we do find it, what are we supposed to do?
That is a concern for later. At the moment, our primary concern should be finding it.
You can't fight an enemy you can't see, after all.
True.
Precisely.
True.
All right, I'll head back to the infirmary and let everybody else know.
Please.
How about we set a time to meet back here, just in case? The time we have left until the chromatic doors open is... Let's see.
Press your buttons on your watch. Quite a bit, actually.
1
2 hours.
hour and 57 minutes.
Nearly 2 hours.
I think approximately half of that should be enough. When we have 1 hour remaining, we should meet back at the infirmary. Acceptable?
Acceptable.
That sounds good to me.
Right. I'll tell the others too.
Good. Let's go. Again, this is probably the most useless part of this game. But the thing is, if it's loading things, it's a point and click. It's not like there's animations, really. Like, not major ones anyways. Not like movies or films. Or cutscenes. It's kind of stupid. Especially like this. Then there's just this black screen. Like, it makes... it's frustrating. But I have a feeling since this one's more of a three-dimensional game, that maybe they struggled a little bit considering the first one was so two-dimensional. I don't know. Just me kind of pulling at straws, I guess. Warehouse B. We've been here. Yeah, Memento Mori, if the ninth lion ate the sun. So these are the white doors. Yeah, there's the lock thing. No question, these are the chromatic doors,
So
I
it
guess.
seems.
Ah! What? When did you...
I've been here the whole time.
What? Seriously? I didn't notice you at all.
I guess your hearing's starting to go. How sad.
What? Urgh. So, what do you want? Why are you stalking me?
I'm not stalking you. I just followed you here.
That's pretty much the same thing. But how did you do it? You were totally silent. Are you Batman?
I already told you I'm not. Remember? Back in the AB room when we met?
Yeah, actually. Yeah, she's like, I'm not Spider-Man or Batman or... You also jumped super high all the way up to the ceiling.
Right. Aren't you curious about that graffiti?
Of course. Graffiti. Oh yeah, that. Memento Mori, if the ninth lion ate the sun. Did a kid write that or what?
Why do you say that?
Well, they managed to spell ninth wrong. Who puts an E in there?
You're right.
Then again, maybe it means something.
Do you know what it means? The Latin part.
Yeah. Hey, now give me a little credit. Even I know what memento mori means. You see it all over the place. As far as I know, it translates to something like beware of death or remember your mortality. Never forget that we all die someday. Guess it's a sort of cautionary thing?
What about the other part?
It's exactly what it says on the tin, right? Some sort of conditional about lions and suns. Anything come to mind?
No, nothing. Nothing at all. What about you?
Me? Huh. Well, let's see. Memento mori, if the ninth lion ate the sun. Memento mori, if the ninth lion ate the sun. I repeated the words over and over in my head, but nothing. Whatever they meant, it was beyond me. But perhaps if I...
Huh?
Latin? Don't you know Latin? Maybe you can figure more of it
Well,
out.
I know a little. More than most people, I guess, but I'm not an expert.
Then how do you know that phrase? Elapsam semel occasionem non ipse potest lupiter reprehender.
Oh, that. That's from,
This. She unpinned the brooch from her chest as she spoke and held it out to me. I hesitated for a moment, then took
Look
it.
at the back.
I turned it over. Elapsum semel occasionem non ipse potest lupiter reprehender. So yes, I is pronounced like a J in Latin, huh? My Alexa just went off. And I'm like across the room from her, so I don't know how she heard me.
Yeah.
What
A
is
memento
that?
of my late mother. Well, I guess it's something like a memento.
What does
She
that
died
mean?
right after I was born. I was raised by foster parents, and they told me where the brooch had come from. Apparently, it was the only thing my mother had left behind.
Interesting. What about your father?
Don't have one. I guess you could say I was a bastard. I never saw his face, and I don't know his name.
Interesting.
I don't even know if he's alive.
Oh. I couldn't think of anything else to say, so I just handed her back the brooch.
That phrase got to be almost like a prayer for me. Whenever I had to make a tough decision, I'd say it to myself. Sometimes I'd just repeat it over and over like a chant. Before long, I had it memorized. Got me interested in Latin, and I started studying the language. Elapsum semel occasionum non ipsi protest Jupiter reprehendere. Not even Jupiter can find a lost opportunity. Sounds nice, doesn't it? But it seems kind of funny now. I mean, look at us. We've done what Jupiter can't. We can find our lost opportunities.
That's true. She and I are kind of remembering things from other timelines.
That's why I followed you here. I thought it would be a good idea to talk to you about all this. Alone.
True. Yeah,
There's something
I agree.
else we need to do too, though.
Find the number 2 bomb?
Exactly. So we should get going. I'm pretty sure the bomb isn't in here. There's nowhere
No.
to hide it.
True.
So,
You're saying we should go somewhere else?
yeah. Well, come on, don't just stand there. We need to get a move on.
Without waiting for a reply, she turned and started towards one of the exits. I followed. Okay. Again, this map doesn't really make any sense because nothing's labeled. I'm gonna keep bitching about it. So, be prepared. We're going back into the archives. Okay. I think we've been in here in this in this timeline. The archives. Good place to hide a bomb. Now, where the hell do we start looking?
I doubt it really matters. If it's here, we'll find it eventually.
That's true. So, what about that Jupiter stuff?
We can talk while we look. Now get started.
Yes, ma'am. I turned to a corner of the room and began to look while Phi spoke.
I'll start with a conclusion I've come to. Our consciousnesses seem to be able to jump through time. No, sorry. Through time isn't really accurate.
Along?
It's more like we move through worlds.
Worlds?
Yes. I don't mean physical planets in this case. Talking about a whole different universe, really. Parallel worlds.
What?
Do you know about the many worlds interpretation?
Not off the top of my head. Well, kind of. Think I've heard of it once or twice.
Oh, well, I'll just explain it.
Thank you.
Let's say... I don't care what it is, but could you move? Scratch your head, cross your arms, put your hands on your hips? Anything?
Sure. I had no idea what this was supposed to explain, but I did as she asked. Let's applaud.
Interesting choice. You clapped your hands, right? But you could have chosen to cheer or blow a kiss, right?
Blow a kiss? I wouldn't
The details don't matter. I'm just talking about possibilities here. Now, maybe there are other Sigmas in other worlds who did all of those things. All of these worlds and realities are branching off from one another. The choices you could have made branched off from the moment you decided what you were going to do just now.
Interesting.
Every moment you make a decision, another universe branches off, on and on into infinity.
This looks like our flowchart. It's just... yeah, very similar. Very, very similar.
Each of those branches is an alternate world. A world where a version of you did something different. Haven't you ever thought about what life would have been like if you'd made different choices?
Of course.
What if you'd gone to this high school instead of that one? What if you hadn't started a study group? What if you hadn't told that girl you liked her? What if? What if? But are those what ifs really just what ifs? Or are there other worlds out there where you did those things? Anyway, that's the many worlds interpretation in a nutshell. I've simplified it a lot.
Okay.
Doesn't have to be human actions, though. I just used your actions to make the explanation easier to grasp. The actions of a cat, the flight of a bee, the movement of a microorganism, even fluctuations in air temperature. All these can change history.
Okay, so like the butterfly effect. Alright. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on a second here. I'll let microorganisms slide, but there's no way that air is conscious of anything.
Can you say for sure that you are? All of your actions are caused by the cells in your brain. If we go down a little further, then you could say all of your actions are the result of atoms or electrons, or smaller particles we haven't even discovered yet.
True.
Are those atoms and electrons still you making a decision?
Huh.
At that level? How different are you from the air?
Interesting.
I'd say not much.
Wow.
Human existence is just one part of reality. Falling in love is like a tulip blossoming. A tulip blossoming is like a tornado forming in South America. See what I'm saying?
Yes.
The only thing that really matters is the action of the most elementary particles of matter. That's where history happens. That's where universes branch out.
Huh. I think she has a good point.
Hey, you stopped. Are you done with that shelf?
Oh, no. Not
Well,
yet.
keep looking while I talk. How familiar are you with quantum physics? Never mind, don't answer that. I'll
Yeah,
try and keep it
please
simple
don't.
for you. Let's see. Hey, hand me that box, will you?
Are we going to talk about Schrodinger's cat? If it is, this is where I first learned about it. This one? Sure. I handed the box I had been examining over to her. She set it down on the desk and opened the top.
Also...
The lion. Yeah, buddy.
There's a stuffed lion over there.
Lion ate the sun, by the way. Haha.
Perfect.
But yeah, I was very young when I first played this game, and I remember that this idea was so mind-boggling and
He's part of Felide, too.
so interesting. Do you know what I mean? Like, the idea that something can both be alive and dead at the same time, because you're not opening the box, you're not looking, you're not seeing it physically. And it's almost as interesting as the prosopagnosia from the first game, the lack of remembering faces. Like, these games have taught me so much and made me so interested in psychology and ideas and hypotheses. It's amazing. With that, she grabbed the lion and tossed it unceremoniously into the box. She also took a weight in an ink jar and put them in next to the lion.
All right, everything's ready. Remember that book in the crew quarters about Schrodinger's cat? It relates to all this stuff I've been talking about. Anyway, come look at the box.
What about looking
This'll
for
only take a minute. Now look.
Okay. I shrugged and peered into the box.
What do you see?
Well, there's a stuffed lion.
From now on, that's a cat. A living cat.
Okay.
This is important.
Can I name him?
Got it?
Can I name him Fluffles? Like waffles, but Fluffles. Yeah, it's a cat. Meow.
Oh, man. This again?
Sorry, cat puns. I can't help it.
I find that hard to believe. Ugh,
I forgot
fine.
about the cat puns.
Maybe I can just ignore it.
For what it's worth, I'm sorry.
All right, what else do you see?
A weight that's not even pawed, and a jar of ink.
Right. Now the weight is going to be radioactive material.
Not even a pond, I think. Pound.
And the jar of ink is full of poisonous gas.
Okay. What? I'm kidding out of here.
Idiot. It's not really full of gas. This is just hypothetical. Imagine that it's full of gas.
Okay.
So, what's the weight?
Radioactive material.
And the jar of ink?
It's full of poison gas.
Exactly.
Yes, teacher.
Good work.
Thank you.
Now, there's one other thing you need to know about the jar.
And thank you, subtitles.
If it's struck by any of the alpha particles the radioactive material emits, it'll break. These particles are emitted randomly, but there's a 50% chance that one of them will come into contact with the jar over the course of an hour. So let's close the lid. And pretend an hour has passed. Here's the question. Is the cat inside of the box alive or dead? You can't open the box to check. And you can't hit the box. Obviously, you can't shake it either. It's also been soundproofed, so the cat could be howling up a storm in there and you'd never know. Basically, you have no idea what's going on inside the box. Do you remember what happens if the alpha particles hit the jar?
Kaboom! It breaks. Gas fills the box and the cat inhales it and death will whisker away.
And what if the jar doesn't break?
The cat lives to tell the tale.
Aha. And what are the chances of either of those things happening?
50-50? About 50%.
Uh-huh. So, what's your answer? Is the cat alive or dead?
Both. Can't personally know.
Then guess. It's not hard. Alive or dead?
Well, it's both, but I guess alive. The cat is paused for dramatic effect. Alive.
Nope. You're wrong.
It's dead?
That's wrong, too.
Then what's the right answer?
The answer is that it's in a state where it is neither dead nor alive.
Correct. What? How does that make any sense?
It's an extrapolation of something we see at the atomic level.
I love this so much.
We don't know if an atom is spinning upward or downward until we measure it.
I know y'all can't see me, but I have the biggest smile on my face. I am so psyched to be at this part of the game.
Before it's measured, those two possibilities coexist. But as soon as the measurement is taken, obviously, only one possibility is the truth. That's what's happening with the alpha particles. Since we can't know when they were emitted or where, we only know the probability that they'll impact the jar. Because we can't observe anything that's happening in the box, that becomes the entire system. In other words, the box is like the atom. We don't know how the cat's life or death situation has resolved itself until we look at it. Until we do, it's just a bunch of possibilities. Do you get it? If the cat in the box is possibilities.
Then it's both alive and dead.
Right, so let's open the lid. And when we do, all the possibilities will collapse into a single truth.
Yes.
Meow.
She's so
What a
cute.
relief, huh?
Finally a smile out of you, Fi.
Looks like the cat's alive. Anyway, that's Schrodinger's cat. The many worlds interpretation is one theory for explaining that weirdness.
I love it though. So there's another world out there where this cat died?
Yeah, that's the idea.
And that so relates
Looks like that
to...
cat tick of yours cleared up.
It so relates to the predicament that they are in, because they're kind of in a box, and outside of that box, I mean, they could be anything. They could be dead, they could be alive, any of that. So it really makes you think about the situation they're in, the multiple universes, and all the possibilities that could come out of there being 9 people trapped in what appears to be a warehouse under very stressful situations, you know? Sigma. Well, your story was pretty insane. Liz. You don't think so? Just the idea of something being alive and dead at the same time? And if the moment the lid is open determines whether or not the cat's dead, then it's almost like events in the future can determine the past. I mean, the cat doesn't die when you open the lid, so it must have already been dead.
Exactly. You've experienced it, haven't you?
Yes. What on earth are you talking about?
Think back. Remember round 2 of the AB game? When you chose Betray,
Yes.
what was my vote?
Ally.
But what happened this time?
You betrayed me. I chose Ally and you chose Betray.
Right. And both times, I put in my vote a full minute before the deadline. When did you push the button?
Right before the deadline?
I see. Well, that makes us a little easier to explain. If you chose Betray, then my vote was Ally. If you chose Ally, then my vote was Betray. But I made my choices a whole minute before you made yours. Don't you think that's strange?
Just a little.
You do see what I'm saying, don't you?
That my choice in the future that my choice in the future altered your action in the past.
From your perspective, there's no other way to interpret it.
Interesting. Huh. Now that I thought about it, round 1 had been the same. When I chose an ally, Alice had chosen Betray. And when I chosen Betray, she'd done the opposite.
Look
It's
at this die. I found it over there. Let me give you one last example.
Okay. As she spoke, she tossed the die into the box and quickly shut the lid.
All right. Answer this question.
What's the number on the
What
die?
number is the die on?
Shit. None of these are my lucky numbers, so I'm just gonna go with 6. It's probably
Okay.
6.
I'm going to open the lid. Good
Hey.
job. You got it right.
I did. I wonder if I could have gotten it wrong. That was just a fluke.
Was it?
Huh?
Let's think about what was going on before I opened the lid. What number was the die on?
6, of course.
Haven't you been paying attention? The die is still a collection of atoms, isn't it? I don't think you can reasonably suggest that it was made of some different kind of matter.
Wait, so you're saying that before you opened the lid, the die was on all the numbers?
Uh-huh. That's
Huh.
one way to look at it, at least.
And then when you opened the lid, it was just one number?
Or it might have become that number when you declared which one it was.
Huh. Wait, what do you mean?
Your choice in the future has an effect on the past.
Oh, that's crazy.
Anyway, that's all I wanted to say.
Oh,
We got a little off topic there, but I think I made my point.
I was gonna say, why did this come up? But yeah, I get it. Okay.
Reality separates off into an infinite number of branches for each and every possibility. You and I seem to be able to jump from branch to branch. Of course, our bodies aren't doing the jumping. Our consciousnesses just sort of dive into other versions of ourselves in other worlds.
Whoa, I think I get it now. That's how you know my name, right? You jumped in from another world. That's how you know all those other things you shouldn't have known.
Yeah, that's the best I can figure out, at least. Unfortunately, it seems like we don't retain all our memories when we jump. Maybe we only remember particularly important things. I'm not sure how it works. But whatever the reason, it seems to be fairly limited. And often, we don't seem to remember jumping at all. Things will just sort of pop up.
That's why when someone asks us how we know X, all we can think of to say is, I just knew.
Yeah.
What's causing this then? I don't remember ever doing this before, so why would it start now?
If we knew that, I don't think we'd be having so much trouble. It's just...
Just what?
Well, I'm pretty sure it has to do with why we're locked up in here. There's no way this doesn't have something to do with whatever Zero Senior's trying to do. Why would he have left that Schrodinger's cat book in the crew quarters?
You aren't kidding, are you? Maybe this is some sort of huge Schrodinger's cat experiment. And all 9 of us are locked up inside the box right now.
And what if you've got it backwards?
Backwards?
We're outside of the box, and the rest of the world is inside.
What? Then the moment we step out of this place...
Yeah. We might be determining the history of the world outside.
Oh shit. No way. That is intense. I had 1,000 other questions, but before I could open my mouth to ask them...
Oh, good. There you are.
Did something happen?
Yes. We found it.
Found what?
What do you mean, what? What else could we find?
Oh, right, the bomb.
bomb! The other antimatter bomb. The number 2 bomb is in the control room.
Wait, we were in the control room. That was not there. Most certainly was not there before. Oh, shit. Is this it?
Yeah.
This is one of them, all right.
And it's number 2, apparently. Well, at least we found them all now.
No. There could be more.
That's true, there could be
like
more.
Like Kay said, there might be a number 4 bomb out there. We have no way to know.
Very true. Did you tell anyone else about this, Clover?
Well, not really. But, I wasn't the first person to find it.
Who was?
Kay and Luna. After they found it, they came to the infirmary and told the rest of us.
Who was in the infirmary?
Everyone. Tenmyoji and Dio were there. So were Alice and Quark, of course. Although they were still asleep.
Good.
So everyone who wasn't asleep knows about the bomb. I see.
Yeah.
There's nobody else here, though. Where'd they all
Right
go?
after we came here to look at the bomb, they all left. They were going to go look for you two.
What about Alice and Quark?
They're the same. Still sleeping. We checked them out just to be sure, but they seemed fine.
That's good. Yeah, that is good. Vi and I looked at one another and let out a small sigh of relief.
Oh, right. I checked everybody's bracelets when we were in the infirmary. Did you want to know what they were?
Sure, why not? It took her only a moment to explain. Alice was a green solo, and Quark was a blue solo. Dio's bracelet made him a yellow pair, and Tenmyoji was a cyan pair. So, what are our options for groups?
The next set of doors to open are going to be the white doors. That means we'll have to mix our colors so that we get white.
If I laid out what that would mean. Let's see, where are we? Sigma. So Phi and Tenmyoji, which would be ideal. would pair with me, red. K and Dio, yellow, would pair with Quark, blue. Which I think would be good because K could control Dio. So option A would be
There's
ideal.
only one option?
Yeah.
Yeah. Any other combinations don't make white.
Ah, what about Alice and Quark? Luna said it's going to be a while until they wake
We'll
up.
just have to carry them. The secondary doors won't open without 3 bracelets. And if we
Interesting.
can't open them...
Yeah, we'll get
exactly.
penalized.
Don't worry about Alice. I'm on her team.
Are you saying you can carry her?
Yeah, well, I can get Luna to help me.
True. I'm sure she'd be happy to help.
What about Quark?
He's on Kay's team.
And K's a robot.
There shouldn't
yeah,
be
he's
any
fine.
issues there.
Yeah, no. And Quark's a kid, so it's all good. Well, we still need to figure out what we're going to do about this bomb. Alice said we should be safe as long as it's not triggered with the remote.
Maybe, but we can't just leave them here forever.
That's very true, too.
I mean, if they go off, then everything in like a couple 100 kilometers is gonna get fried.
Wait, a couple 100 kilometers? What are you talking about? That bomb should only have about as much explosive power as a ton of TNT. Which is nothing to sniff at, but that's nowhere near the kind of yield you're talking
It could
about.
be. What if these bombs are just like the detonator?
To set off a bigger bomb. The one over here probably... Oh, shit. Oh, no. You mean there might be a bunch more anti-hydrogen around here somewhere? Yep, right over there.
The reactor.
Yeah, there are supposed to only be 18 antimatter reactors in the whole world. If that's one of them, then there's a lot of anti-hydrogen.
Shit. How much is a lot?
3.5 kilograms.
3.5? That's like 10,000 times more than Alice's 350 milligrams.
There really is that much. And if it does explode...
Then we would be looking at an explosion roughly 10,000 times more powerful than the bomb dropped on Hiroshima.
Oh, shit. No. That's insane.
Wait, Clover, how did you know that?
Know what?
That stuff about antimatter reactors.
Well...
Yeah, she doesn't seem like the
that's,
type to know about antimatter.
During my training, they...
Training for what?
My job?
Ah, of course. I didn't realize waiters these days needed to memorize how many operational antimatter reactors there were worldwide, or how much fuel each one of those reactors might be storing. You don't work at a cafe, do
Did
you?
you hear about that from Alice? Oh.
Yeah.
Well, she's right then.
And why are you using an antimatter reactors at a cafe?
That's, what we call the coffee machines.
Bullshit. Are you fucking with me?
I'm telling you the truth. I work at a cafe. It just might, be a kind of fake job to divert attention. I think they call it a cover.
What?
Then what's your real job?
I'm sorry. I really can't tell you anything else.
Why not?
It's classified.
Classified by
The
who?
government?
The government?
What? That's right. Alice said it was her job to eliminate enemies of the state or something. So you two do work together.
Oh no! Check your bracelets. How much time do we have left?
Not enough. What are you talking
How long
about?
until the doors open?
Ah,
Come on, quickly!
Shit. Oh, an hour. Okay, that's not bad. Okay.
I'm heading back then.
Still, could be worse.
Remember, we're supposed to meet at the infirmary. You guys hurry back, okay? Bye!
Yeah. Okay, bye. Hey, you haven't... Damn it. And she's gone. Fine. She's right, you know. We need to get going.
Hold on. I need to check something really quick.
What? And I'll let this episode run a little longer. I want to kind of get to the end of this part of the flowchart. Because we just have one other part then.
Oh, there you are. You're late. What were you doing?
Hold on. I want to get to the end here mainly because we have this black object and this black object that we do not have an answer for. However, I have a feeling we can go back up here and keep working our way down. But we'll figure that out next time, probably. You're late. What were you doing?
Nothing.
When we arrived, everyone else was already back. Quark and Alice hadn't left, of course. They were both sleeping soundly. Any traces of the madness we'd seen earlier long gone.
Clover told us. You've seen the bomb in the control room.
Right. Yeah, with our own
What
eyes.
the hell should we do? That makes 3 bombs.
Well, we have to do something. They're bombs, for God's sake.
There's a quick and simple solution.
Really?
Remember what Alice said?
There should be an emergency deactivation password. If you enter that password, the device should, well, deactivate. You see it? Right here. There's a port.
Right here. Okay.
If we can find the password input device, we just connect it here. Then we can enter the password.
So, if we have the password, we can deactivate them?
Whoa, hold on a second. That's great and all, but we need that password input device she was talking about. Without that, we're still boned even if we did have the password.
Not a problem. We've resolved that issue.
Huh?
Show them.
I nodded and pulled it out of my pocket.
That was in the safe in the control room.
Exactly. We didn't have any idea what it was at first, but Fi figured it out. After Clover left, we tested it.
Turned out I was right. It fit perfectly.
Couldn't get it to do anything, though. We plugged in a couple of random characters, but all we got was an error.
Still, I'm sure this is the thing Alice was talking about. We just didn't have the right password.
But why was it in the control room?
Do you think Zero Senior put it here for us?
That would suggest it was also Zero Senior who set up the bombs.
Doesn't that seem odd, though? Zero Senior wants us to play the nonary game, right? So why would he set bombs?
That's true.
Maybe he wants to blow this whole place up if someone commits some crazy violation of the rules?
That doesn't make sense. Our bracelets already have poison in them.
Yeah, what would be
If
the
someone
purpose
breaks
of
a
that?
rule, all he has to do is activate their bracelet.
Yeah, you're right, Luna.
Well, whatever the case is, there's one thing we can be sure of. The person who set these bombs is one of us. Whether or not that person is also Zero Senior isn't particularly relevant at the moment. But what is relevant is that they know the deactivation password.
Ooh.
If we can figure out who that person is and question them.
We can get the password and turn the bombs off.
True.
Exactly.
True.
That would be my quick and easy method. So fess up. Which one of you set the bombs?
Interesting. I think it's Dio. Or Luna. Just because I
Not
love
that I
Luna.
expect you to do that. So, we're going to be checking everyone.
Checking us.
Yes. Once they're set, the bombs are controlled by a remote. It stands to reason that whoever set them has that remote.
So you're gonna search us for it?
Interesting.
Yes.
But
No buts.
Maybe I changed my mind. Maybe I'll leave y'all on a cliffhanger. Next time we'll find out maybe who has the remote to detonate the bombs. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for sticking with me. I'll see you next time. Bye.